Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and/or good night. This is Genshin Impact English Lesson 54, Part 4. We're continuing a teapot to call home, and yep, we're going up over here and enjoying a beautiful, beautiful afternoon view. One heads up, there is going to be a little special thing after the end of this English lesson, so stay tuned. It's more like a 1/2 English lesson, and then the rest is about, well, how to get to Inazuma. And plunge attack.
Adventure time!
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
The rest better not be in that teapot. Is that everything? Oh, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you.
Business card? What business card?
I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Actually, I believe we need your help when we get to...
The Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot.
Good God, Yanfei, clean her teapot.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving!
See? No one likes your teapot.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
Rambunctious, adjective, meaning wildly energetic or noisy. Example sentence. I couldn't go to sleep last night because the concert nearby me was so rambunctious. Riotous, adjective. Yes, it does come and stem from the word riot, meaning uncontrolled energy or extreme disturbance. It's an interesting word to examine because it could be used in many ways. One is quite literal, like this sentence if you were reading an article. After the election result, the opposing party reacted in riotous behavior in Times Square. Riotous could also be used to describe excessiveness or abundancy, such as bursting with energy and color. Sample sentence. The spring garden was a riotous explosion of color. I really had to take a photo with my iPhone 17 Pro camera.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
20,000 Prima Gems. Please.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment. There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
Oh great, we have our headache. More on that soon.
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen.
That would be the best day of my life.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
And then after that, yay, we unlocked the Serenity Pot! It is a little exciting when you first get it and you're like, ooh, what's this? I had that feeling too, but I mean, I don't want to ruin that for you if you like Sims 2. It's not for me, so I can't say anything too negative about it, but it's good for your ascension materials, for some quick farming. I'm going to do a little walkthrough for it in case you are new and wondering what to do with it.
Venture team!
So to go into that teapot, go to your inventory and then we'll go inside. In case you're curious where that is, you want to go to this tab right over here.
Oh, ow!
Yeah, and whenever you go inside, select your environment in your teapot. It'll act as your home. Personally, I like the feel and look of the floating abode, so I'm always going to start with that. Very beautiful. There's also the mountains and or the island. So yeah, we'll go to the floating abode.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it! Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
And then when you come over here and you want more information on how to do stuff or what things are, you go to Tubby, who is right over here.
It seems that we have a visitor.
Haven't seen you in a long time, Tubby.
It's a huge finch! Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby. So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned? Madame Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night. Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please. Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
These blueprints are the architecture select, so you can create your environment in the teapot. While you may know what a blueprint is, noun, an architecture, a physical plan on how to build the building. Blueprints could be metaphorical in a sense, such as the famous metaphor, a blueprint for success, which you might hear in college, that your professors might say or a speaker might say, which just means a foundational structure how to build your success. The building blocks on how to become the best, whatever you call it, mathematician, engineer, scientist, writer. It is an important expression and metaphor to English, and you should know that early. The blueprint for success to becoming a great actor would include participating in performing arts schools or joining your local theater.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot. Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we? I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely. A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be? I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since. Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. And then you'll get this information. I'm just going to help you with, we're going to skip all of these. I'm going to help you with designing your Serenitea teapot because sometimes a lot of UI is hard to read. Embryonic, adjective, meaning relating to an embryo or a cell being in the very early stages of development, can be used in a creative sense. Kind of like when you get that x-ray from the mother and you can see those cute little cells of a baby forming. An embryonic state of a startup would look like Oh, I just started with my laptop and internet, and that was it. And then, yay, we can build. Yes, finally. Allow me to read the things first. But I know how to use it very well. I just choose not to. Yes, always accept the terms of service. Be kind to others online. And then you're here. This is the Serenity Pot. So, in your Serenity Pot, you can make whatever you want and whatever you please, however you want. Select anything with A, place it with B, and then, read carefully. I know you can do that on your own. Yeah, and then all these buildings over here have currency. To gain that currency, you have to increase your trust rank as you go. The highest being the 10. Tubby can definitely help you with your trust rank, for sure, but what really helps you to know how to do it is to view your Serenity Pot tab menu over here. Follow those missions, and then you'll gradually gain your trust rank.
Benny's.
If you're interested in gardening in the Serenity Pot, more related to your Ascension materials, you had to complete a little bit of Inazuma, and you had to complete the world quest called The Art of Horticulture, given by Madaram Hyakube. I'll provide an accessible link just because I am not the expert in the Serenity Pot. To be clear, the Ascension materials aren't the crystals. As an example, more related to like Xianling's chili peppers. Even if it may save some time, personally, for me, if you took one sitting to ascend, let's say, one character like Xianling, including the boss farming Ascension crystals, and then her other things, you will make more progress to ascend her quickly without the Serenity Pot gardening function. So think about that when you want to prioritize your time. At the end of the day, it depends what player you are. So play it your way.
Adventure team, assemble!
Yeah, and then right after Teapot to go home, you should definitely do Dainsleif's quest, which leads to Act 4 of Liwa. Where is it? Oh, it's right over there. Yeah,
Let's go find some
this is
treasure.
the main title of it, Bow Keeper. And then to get out of this mess, all you have to do is press Y for your other maps and select another. And then to inform you, we're going to do a bit of a skip here, just because getting to Inazuma is very difficult and very specific. There is much more interesting English context there and in the quests before there. So these are the quests that I won't cover, but I'm going to briefly go over them. In our Dainsleif mission, and a little throughout, you want to make sure and ensure that the Nemo Traveler is about level 60. You have some researched, good, established artifacts in there maybe. And then take a look at Kaya and Lisa, because they will be crucial later if you don't have good characters and need to rely on the F2Ps. Yes, this is a recommended stat. Most of Inazuma is weak to Cryo, so level up that Kaya when you can, especially against the Raiden Shogun. And then Bennett as your main healer, just because if you have him, he is just awesome anywhere. Just breed him. Level him up. Make him happy. And then yes, you want to increase all their talents as much as you can, probably to that level 5 mark. You'll get a stop meaning that you'll need to ascend your max capacity. Don't ascend too early, the game will punish you. Always make sure you can beat a level 30, 40, or 50 farmed mini-boss, so you could, level up that character that you always wanted or have, such as a Nemo Traveler. The main special trick is really saying if all your characters are level 50, then you're ready for the next step, including if you have their somewhat recommended artifacts. On top of trying to get 4-star drops from any domain and or open world roaming boss,
Well, we're in both of them
such
now.
as the constructs.
Waiting for us up ahead?
Okay, now let me inform you the best Inazuma order because I'm not going to cover all of them. So first of all, do justice for book's sake. First, because it interrupts the mission, a crane returns on the wind. It will interrupt it at a certain point, just once. You'll get to meet Shinso and his story. And then the crane returns on the wind. Around here, I would recommend unlocking Fontaine. Hydro Traveler is very useful in Inazuma. Shinsho's interruption in A Crane Returns on the Wind is around at this point. It's still very annoying. It's just because of the release order. You'll play as Shenhe and experience a historical meme of all time.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
After that, you'll want to do We Will Be Reunited, and you should get a prompt for Ascending, where we help Dainsleif again. We will continue our English lesson over here, Autumn Winds, because I used to be a Kazuha main. And then I'll show you how to get to this pirate ship. Pretty easy, you just glide there, and have enough stamina. That's our English lesson walkthrough for today. I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching! Autumn Winds, Scarlet Leaves, Part 1, English Lesson 55 coming soon. Bye! Au revoir! 再见!
Yawning without covering your mouth. Uncouth.